up, Scorpio? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is going to be your November mid-month, okay? So this will be from November 15th to December 15th. So let's see what's going on. Let's get right into things. What is going on for the sign of Scorpio from November 15th to December 15th? What is happening here? Okay. Past, present, future. Okay, so the energy that you guys have for this spread is the Six of Swords in reverse. So with the Six of Swords in reverse, there could have been something that happened that you're just not proud of the outcome. You know, not something that you necessarily want to go into the streets parading, you know, this information. And with the Star card, this could have been something in terms of a wish fulfillment, something that you really, really wanted, something that you deeply desired in terms of love. Okay, so we have the Lovers card here. So in terms of a strong union you have. Now, this doesn't always have to be a relationship that's intimate or sexual or anything like that. This could be a strong bond that you have with a friend, family member, okay, but just somebody that you're very close to. But I just feel like there's tension in the situation. And with the Two of Wands in the reverse, there's a sense of you feeling lost, okay, because of things that may have transpired. Now, the first card that you guys have for the past is the Six of Pentacles. So with the Six of Pentacles, you're trying to be as balanced as possible. You're trying to give equal give and take to a situation. You know, if this is you dealing with a lover, it's like you guys are meeting each other halfway, okay? With the Ace of Swords, anytime the Ace of Swords comes out, you know, it's talking about a new start, but there's bullshit that's getting cut out. Things that didn't work in the past, okay? So you're finding balance. You're letting go of, you know, habits that just weren't working out. And we have the Emperor in the reverse. So it could have been an Aries that you guys were dealing with, or any general fire sign. But with the Emperor in the reverse, this is going to be someone that you guys have dealt with in the past who is just fake in a sense. Somebody who's wearing a mask. They weren't showing their true intentions. Or when it comes to love, this could be somebody who's wearing their heart on their sleeve in a sense. Somebody who's thinking just with their heart, not with their mind. And it's okay to follow our hearts sometimes. But when there's red flags that pop up, there needs to be that sense of noticing that red flag and, you know, thinking more logically in terms of how we're going to move forward with the situation. So the next card we have for the past is the Queen of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups, this is your energy, okay? So this is you guys feeling loving, amorous, just feeling very good towards a situation and speaking to someone in a passionate way. Or this could have been you guys sparking a new idea, a new project, a new business. But something new was being sparked here, something that you guys were passionate about. It could have been with love. It could have been, again, you know, with career or something that you're working on. And this could have been you guys speaking with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius as well, okay? Six of Cups in the reverse. So with the Six of Cups in the reverse, there could have been a sense of you speaking to someone that you may have wanted to reconcile with from the past. But you could have just seen it as a waste of time. Although there was loving messages, you know, there could have been, you know, a lot of flirty messages. But it's like something here just didn't work out. Now, I don't see you leaving the situation being, you know, extremely mad, throwing tables and shit like that. But there is a sense of you parting ways amicably or just parting ways in a non-confrontational manner. Okay? But yeah, just seeing this communication as a waste of time. And you could have been dealing with somebody who was very unreliable, somebody who could have been promiscuous or just abusive of their power, especially if this is, you know, relating to your work life. The last card we have for the past is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So there's definitely a sense of dissatisfaction with you parting ways with whatever this is. We have the Fool card in the reverse. So you're looking at this as a risk that you don't want to take. Anytime the Fool card in the reverse pops up in the spread, it's warning you that if you do continue to go down this path, there could be consequences that you have to deal with, okay? And with the Five of Swords in the reverse, you were very aware of that. And you told yourself that you didn't want to be involved in any conflicts, so you're going to do anything that you can to avoid it at all costs. Okay? Now, in your present moment, the first card that we have is the Four of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, there's something that's really on your mind, something that you guys are trying to move past. This could be you guys just regrouping yourselves, re-energizing, because this is a card about taking a break, but this is just wanting to find more meaning in something. Okay, and it's like you don't move on until you feel rested or you feel like you understand the situation better. And we have the Five of Cups in reverse, so it's like you're in this place of limbo. You let something go. You weren't happy about the fact that you had to let it go. And you're just dealing with it. You're seeing it again as a waste of time, waste of effort. And with you guys walking away from this thing, it was the right choice. You have the Judgment card in the upright. Okay, so you really were able to think and look at the situation and analyze it from, from a clear mind, I feel. So you moved away from it. Page of Cups in reverse. This is you guys cutting off any messages of love or, just cutting off this person or the situation, cutting off this idea that you may have had. And it could have been due to an injustice. And remember, we did have the King of Wands in the reverse show up earlier. So again, you guys could have been dealing with somebody who just wasn't acting right. It could have been your energy as well. Okay, so this could be vice versa. So you have to turn your back. You have to walk away. The next card that you guys have is the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new start that you're getting into, something that you find to be very exciting. And with, this sort of start, this is something that's going to build slowly. The foundation is going to be built very slowly, but that's how you're going to ensure that this could be something long-term. This is something that, especially if this is in terms of finances, this is something that's going to lead to like long-term stability. This is you going into malls, not having to check your bank account before you buy food or go shopping. Just being very, very comfortable knowing that you got it. Or if this is a start with love, then you know that this is going to be someone solid or something that really has a potential to last a long time. Ace of Wands, okay? So something that you're starting, that you're creative about, or feeling creative about, passionate about. So again, it could be a project that you're starting. Anytime I see the wands, I honestly think of entrepreneurs, just people who create things from their own minds, their own hands, people that are willing to build for themselves, okay? Now with the Three of Wands, I feel like there's either something that you guys are waiting on or just looking at something that's about to start in the far distance, because again, you're establishing a foundation for something, that's going to be greater than the start of it. But we have this Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so if this is in reference to love, this could be you guys, because it keeps coming up as a fire energy. It's like you leave someone behind, but then do they work their way back in? Or is this person upset that you turned your back and you moved forward? Because here, you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, okay? There's a lot of pettiness here. There's someone here feeling unappreciated, okay? And maybe that new start is with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or this could be you guys just stabilizing yourselves in terms of money. All right. Now, the first card we have for the future is the World card in reverse. So I really feel like this is in reference to what didn't work out for you guys. You may have moved on physically from whatever it was, but it's still in your mind. It's still in your thoughts. It's something that you may feel that you need closure on, or that you feel, there's unfinished business with. And with the King of Swords, I could definitely see this being your energy, just trying to emotionally detach yourself from the situation despite how you truly feel about it. Or there could be an air sign that comes in, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's very significant for you. But you move forward from the situation with the Hermit card in the reverse, but it's like you're moving forward in a very slow manner. You're not just running out the door. You're taking your time to open the door and walk out. And, it's the same with the Hanged Man in the reverse as your next card, because this is going to be you guys moving forward, but it's like your feet are dragging while you do it. All right, Four of Cups in the reverse. It's either you guys not accepting an offer that comes in. It's a situation that is just not going to work out. You're not accepting anything. Or you could have been waiting on an offer and it just, again, didn't come in. Or maybe you guys made an offer and it wasn't accepted. And with the Ten of Cups, whether you realize it or not, by this thing not happening, by this thing not coming to pass, it's going to lead to a better situation for you where you're going to find more stability. But sometimes we don't always see those things right away. We don't always see that, a door is closing but another one's opening up, okay? I'm always happy when things don't work out, especially if it's love, especially if it's a job, because, I'm very adamant about the fact that what's truly meant for you, it's not going to escape you. You don't have to fight like hell. You don't have to cry and, just feel so exasperated in a sense by things that don't work out. It's not going to stress you out that much. Do we have to work hard for things, that we're trying to build, especially if it's going to be long-term stability with finances or love? Absolutely. But there's a fine line between putting an effort to make something work and then just pure insanity, just putting an effort for something that is a complete lost cause. And, that's where you guys have to realize where you lie with the situation. Okay? Was this something that was really going to work out to your benefit? Or was this someone that was going to take away from you? Was this a situation that was going to drain you as a person? And especially if this was with love, you have to look at the situation and tell yourself, who was I when I was with this person? Okay, and that's always a question I ask myself. Has this person enhanced my life? Has this job enhanced my life? Has this situation enhanced my life? Have I been crying more about this or happy more about this? And you just have to be so careful, because once you have something in your life that's not working out, once it's something that feels like poison, it's like with weight loss. You can't target where you lose weight, okay? It's going to be overall. So with poison, you can't choose what part of your life the poison is going to hit. It's going to touch all areas of your life. So if there is something that's not working, or there's somebody who has hurt you in the past, you need to look at the situation for the actions that you have been seeing in the situation, not for what a person is telling, okay? We're in a time right now where people just love to talk. People love to make promises. People love to paint a pretty picture. But you can't fall in love off of, the potential of something, okay? You have to look at the reality. And when you look at the reality of a person or a situation, say, if nothing about this person or situation changes, will I be happy? And that's the mistake we make. We fall in love with who a person could be, or we fall in love with the potential that we could have somewhere, okay, with a job. But it's good to have wishful thinking. It's good to push a person into being a better person. But anytime you're going to something, don't fall in love with someone or go towards something because of what you think can happen. You have to look at the person as they are, okay? If they're going to be riding the bus for the rest of their life and they'll never be able to pick you up in the Maserati that you want so bad, is that okay with you, okay? Not to sound shallow, but if there's a certain goal that you want and a person's not offering it to you, or they're just not, a job's not giving you what they promised, are you going to stay or are you going to go? Okay? So in this case, you got to take things for what it is. And the last card we have here, guys, is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is things taking an unexpected turn for you. Page of Swords in the reverse, I feel that you guys are having Page of Swords, I'm sorry. You guys are having very direct communication with someone, telling them what's on your mind, not really taking any shit. And with the Seven of Swords, there's secrets here. Okay, so there's a situation that you're just not trying to move forward with. Okay, you're guarding yourself, you're protecting yourself. And, I like that it's the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, because, anytime you have any pentacles, it's going to be the slowest moving energy. So with you guys walking away from this, it's not like it's an irrational decision. You really took time to think about the situation, to look into this person, or to look into this job, or to look into whatever it is you're trying to transpire. And it's like, you know what? I did my research. I took my time, and this just isn't for me. So don't look at it as a bad thing. Okay? So sometimes, people will see a reading, they're like, shit, Lissette, it's so negative, and, you guys want to kill the messenger. But you also have to keep in mind, when you see something that could potentially be bad in the future, especially with me, I personally, you guys are going to laugh, but I hate getting my cards read. I don't like it, okay? But anytime I do get them read and there's something negative in the future, I guarantee you I've never let it happen, okay? I see what's supposed to happen. I see with who it's supposed to happen. I see how it's supposed to happen. I'm like, noted. Completely dodged. Don't look at this as a bad thing. It's a blessing to know what the hell you got over it, okay? All right, guys. So, a blessing in disguise. That's what I'm going to call this video for you guys. Okay, guys. Earth Magic Oracle card, Stephen D. Farmer. Let's give you guys some guidance for this month. What is the guidance that the sign of Scorpio needs to hear? I didn't even say happy birthday to you guys. Every video I post within this time frame, I have to say happy birthday. So I hope you guys had a blast. I hope you guys had a shot of tequila for me too. That's my drink. It helps burn calories. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Okay. I really like this card for you guys. Alright? So childhood innocence. So with this card, this is so good for you guys. So, you know, there's a situation that you really looked into, and it's something that was going to make you unstable. It's something that just wasn't going to work or open up the way you wanted it to. And I feel like it's something that could have been devastating. And like I said, this is something where I feel that you guys are dodging a bullet. This is just not going to take you in the direction that you wanted. So right now, there could be that sense of you guys feeling lost. And I feel like I've spoken to you guys about this before. But anytime I see this card, this is a reminder. Go back in time. Okay, if you guys kept journals as children, or, you know, if you had certain aspirations, what was it that you thought you were going to have when you were a child? You know, when you were 9, 10 years old and you're looking at yourself as an adult now, what is it that you think your life was going to be like? Did you think that you were going to be very successful? Did you think that you were going to have a loving family? Because the goals and the dreams that we have as children is it's the most innocent and the most pure that we're ever going to be in life. And when you have that, there's something so powerful about just going back to that, reminding ourselves, what did I want when I was younger? If I had the opportunity to meet my younger self right now, what would they think of me? And personally, and I'll say this without getting emotional, but when I was at a time in my life where shit was dark, somebody asked me that. And I just started crying and bawling because I'm like, you know what? I'd be very disappointed in myself if I was younger. So what do I need to do to kind of tell my younger self, you're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. Act as if the 5-year-old version of you is sitting right next to you and they're looking at you. You know, have they seen you running after a lost cause? Are they going to look at you and say, I don't understand? You know, think of the mind as a child. Because when there's a situation that's bad, say you're in an abusive situation or you're at a job that sucks and your boss talks to you like shit. You know, a child is going to look at that and they're going to be like, why are you doing that? Why are you there? They can't comprehend it. They're like, it's bad. Why are you associating yourself with this? So you guys have to go back and think more primitively in a sense. You know, have that good intuition as a child. And I think that if you guys are able to do that this month, you're going to be able to rewire, you know, the path that you're on. Just think differently and take a different approach to things. And especially, you know, as being a mother, I trust my son's intuition like no other. When it comes to, you know, hiring a babysitter or just even dating, my son is never wrong. There's shit as an adult that sometimes I just let it pass me by. And my son will be like, wow, that person is really not nice. And I'm like, what do you mean? They were so kind to you. But then a month or two later, I see, you know, this person do the worst thing ever. Kids know. Kids have that intuition. And it's funny because as we grow, we would think that we get more intuition and that we get smarter through experience. But no, as we get older, it's like we have this clouded judgment. And kids are able to see it in such a simple way. But as adults, we just overthink shit. We make excuses for people. We make excuses for situations. And we lose hope of things that we've wanted for so long. We lose sight of our dreams. We lose sight of what we want. And for what? You know, to fall into the conformity of the world, to fall into the conformity of consumerism, to do all this shit to, you know, to impress people that we don't fucking like. For what? Go back to the basics, guys. Rewire yourselves. Start over. What direction have you been going in? Because I feel like it's time, you know, to take a completely different map and go somewhere completely else. Or if there's a goal that you guys are working towards, we just have to take a different approach. Right? Take a more organic approach. All right, guys. So this amazing card for you guys. For anyone who is looking for personal readings, there's several ways to get personal readings. The quickest is an app called InstantGo. I left everything in the description. It's only for iPhone users at the moment, but it will be coming out for Android, I feel, at the end of the year or early next year. But if you guys want an emailed video, it is down to 3 to 5 days. Okay, so I'm just pretty much getting caught up just to have a few more readings to get out so I can get it back to you guys pretty quickly. But other than that, I love you guys, and I hope that this was an amazing birthday month. I hope that you guys enjoyed all the bonus readings you had. But Scorpio, you guys got this. Don't let anybody else take control of your life, and go back to the basics. Go back to what was going to organically and naturally just make you happy. All right? Stay strong, guys.